don't know if you can all see me at the front. I'm going to stand here, I think. Can you hear me? Sort of, yeah. All right. I'm reading a piece written by Jessica Pidsley. This is her story, and it's called Mother Courage. My name is Jessica. I have postpartum psychosis. It is not my fault. Since my son was born, I have slept 9 hours in 11 days. I've heard of the baby blues, but this is something else altogether. This feels like the baby black and blues. This feels like oblivion. I can't stop writing. Every thought, every idea, the name of every person I meet needs to be recorded. I mustn't lose this thought. It must be noted, kept, remembered. The world needs to hear my words. If they are lost, all will be lost. Record it. Record what I'm saying. Make sure it's recording. This will go viral. It will make me a millionaire. I will never have to work another day in my life. Come in quickly, come in. Shut the curtain, don't let it in. The thing is out there. It wants to get me. I know it does. So what's your name? Who are you? Because I have to write it down. No, wait. Let me write it down before you say anything, because I don't want to forget your name. I don't know what's happening to me. Is this what being a new mum does to you? Why am I being like this? Why is my speech starting to stutter? I know something is up, I know something is not right, because this just isn't me. But it must be me, because I'm saying I'm doing these things. It must be my fault. It's a terrifying idea that there was some thing being the master puppeteer of my mind, body, and mouth was almost more unbearable than just thinking I'd become a bit more of a handful. The thing had other ideas and wanted me to know in no uncertain terms who the boss of this new relationship was. He knew it was only a matter of time before I was his, and he was enjoying every moment of my downfall. When I arrive at the psychiatric mother and baby unit in Hackney, I am a shell of my former self. Psychosis is bringing me to my knees. I gave birth 11 days ago, and since that day, the devil has singled me out as his dancing partner and has not let me rest. I have not slept. I can't eat without distraction, and the pressure of my speech is so intense that my throat is raw. I have transformed. I am a small, fragile, bird-like creature, and my husband can do nothing but stand beside the me that used to be his wife. The me he still hopes is in there somewhere. On the journey to the ward, I have nearly been sectioned twice. I am on borrowed time. The police may be called, and if my baby is taken away from me, I don't want to imagine what I might do. I am frightened to live inside myself. I am ill. I am a thing possessed, an animal caged. But whenever I have a moment of relative lucidity, I cry out to anyone who will listen, I'm here. It's me. I'll fully cooperate with you. I need help. I'll take any medication you need me to. I am here of my own free will. I surrender. But within seconds, the thing takes hold again and drags me back out to sea. I lash out. I will not take those pills. You get them away from me. You are taking away my human rights. I want a lawyer. You can't degrade me like this and get away with it. The only thing holding me hostage was the psychosis within. This thing wanted to destroy me. People always ask me if I knew what was happening when I had postpartum psychosis. The truth is, I was painfully aware of what was happening until I started taking medication and felt numbed, completely zombified, and lost 2 weeks of my life. I felt everything and was utterly powerless to stop it or stem the irrepressible torment of my illness. The tremors of the psychotic quake still resonate throughout our lives years later. It took me about 3 months in the mother and baby unit to recover enough to be granted leave to go home. My baby was no longer newborn, and our house had adopted the chill that homes left standing vacant absorb. I was determined in my recovery to speak out against the thing that had kept me captive and had sought to break me. Determined to name the horror and the beauty of illness and recovery, the war and peace of our experience. I refused to be silent. I would not be ashamed. My blog, Mother Courage, was my attempt to piece together the impossible jigsaw of my fragmented reality and work out what the hell had happened and how we could live again. I am very proud to now be in a position to talk about what happened to me and my family, in an attempt to open the conversation and to normalize our relationship to these traumatic illnesses and episodes. The horror of what we went through cannot be denied, but I also want to share the tremendous love, growth, and power that such a journey can engender. We cannot choose what happens to us. All we can choose is how we play the hand we have been dealt. I am not the only sufferer. I am not the only survivor. We are all warriors in our own battles. During some of the most intensive psychotic episodes, I was obsessed with recording what I was saying because I was convinced that the content was essential for the world to hear. And once I listened back to those recordings, I realized that I did want the world to hear them, but for a different reason. I wanted to share them and our story, to give insight into the debilitating nature of mental illness, something that many people and their families suffer from, and to shine a light on a subject that has for too long been kept in the shadows. Thank you, Jessica.